All right, so I am here with the lovely Bryan Carmichael. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, good.
We are approaching the end of round one. Bryan played against the current hotness of Skaven with Storm Fiends. You smashed it.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you do it? How did you go about it? How did the game go?
So it's a difficult game because they've got the ability to kill 2 keepers a turn with the Storm Fiends. Luckily, Jack Armstrong and I had played 3 or 4 games on Wednesday as a bit of a practice against this.
Not a bad opponent to pick for practice.
No, it's handy to have Jack as your regular gaming opponent.
Okay.
You know, they weren't really games because we talked a lot through. They were more like kind of play test.
That's probably the best type of practice games, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of knew one way or another how it would go. You have to be very careful around the gnaw holes. One of the changes I made to my list this weekend over Blackout was I put 10 Ungor Raiders in, so the pre-game scout move is really good.
They were, I remember, your Slanesh list that I played ages ago that I got very lucky against, and your allies pool was incredible in that.
Yeah.
And the Ungor Raiders, they just give you something unique, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, absolutely. And, you know, with the shooting meta, you know, the potential Stormcast drop from the sky shooting list,
Yep.
they can push the kind of the alpha back. Also, Carriage on Overlords again there.
Yeah.
So they help me shut down the gnaw holes, which is a big part of controlling the game. And then you have to basically assume you're going to get a double turn on either the second or the third turn. I got the double on the third as it happened. Basically, you have to set up that way, because if you don't get either of them, you lose the game. So you can't kill the Storm Fiends.
Okay.
But you can't go all in for a double on the first turn, because obviously you might not get it. So you need to basically play for one of either of those doubles coming off. If that does, that allows you to get 1 or 2 keepers into the Storm Fiends, and they pretty much destroy them then.
Cool. So you got one of the doubles you needed to get the...
I got the second double.
So turn 3 double.
Turn 3 double. So Shalaxi and a Keeper of Secrets went in with a summon unit of 10 Demonettes, all into... all into the sides of the Storm Fiends, all using the General's Handbook, reroll 1 command trait, 2 of the Keepers going twice. It makes a hell of a mess, and he didn't have any immunity to battle shock or command points.
That's the thing about the list, isn't it? You're dropping things out for min-maxing, and one of the things is your immune to battle shock sources.
Yeah.
So if you go in there and you can do 20 wounds to something... Yeah.
And also the Slanesh Endless spells are really good, especially if you use both the mirror and the wheels together, because people don't know which one to stop.
Yep.
So they kind of end up having a bit of indecision, and either of them do good damage.
And what, you're doing like 7-8 wounds a turn with them?
Yeah,
something?
yeah. If you get both of them off, especially if units are moving, because it's D3 every time. Pretty much they move. The wheels against Slanesh, against Skaven stuff, are typically doing 5 wounds out of the 6 dice, because they've got a 6-up save. So, it's pretty consistent, and it just allows you to create gaps as well.
Tasty.
Because the Hellstriders are fast and go through small gaps. The Keepers,
got a flying keeper?
Got a flying keeper. I've got a run and charge keeper. They don't need a big gap to go through either. Or often they can make the gap they need with their second pile in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's good. It's good fun.
So, you confident for the weekend?
I don't really care.
All right. But how do you think you'll do? In the current meta, with all of what's around, you've obviously given it some consideration.
Yeah. It'll be all right, yeah.
It's going to be all right.
It's going to be all right, yeah. That's not meant to be disrespectful, but I've just come to play games. You're
fresh off a load of travelling as well, aren't you? So you're here for a jolly.
Yeah, and that's kind of the way I approach tournaments now anyway. It's more of a gaming weekend. If you do well, you do well. If you don't, you don't. As long as you play 5 good games, you know, you and your opponent enjoy them, that's a positive outcome as far as I'm concerned now. That's just kind of where I am in my gaming
cool.
history.
I'm not going to say anything about that, am I?
Yeah. So,
amazing. I think you might still do fairly well.
We'll see.
Perfect. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.